Hello everybody, it is Lectic here, and it is time for another episode in the test world. Well, a few minutes in the test world, and then we'll head right on back over to the Sanctum, because I've got some things to show you, as well as some things I want to do today. So let me just say, I hope you guys are doing good. I'm having a pretty good day today. It is the start of a long weekend. That doesn't necessarily mean I'll have a lot of recording time, though. I'm actually going to the beach with some friends. I'm sure I'll tell you about that when I get back, though. First, let us look at this thing. For the past few days now, I've been searching the internet and playing around with builds on my own, and let's make it daytimes. And I've been trying to figure out a elevator for baby cows for the cow farm I've been working on, because right now the baby cows go several blocks underneath the floor level, and I would like for them to be right back up at the floor level. So this is the thing I finally came up with. It's an adaptation of a Tango Tech build. I tried to follow his exactly, and all of the cows would just get kind of bunched up at the bottom. I don't know if that's a flaw with his design or some strange mechanic or update that has been. It's raining now. All of the weather just wants to interrupt me today. I don't know what the cause of that was. This is what I ended up going with, though, and it does work pretty well. Let's just stick some cows in here, because there is a slight defect to it. So the cows that are pushed right up against the fence post on the left side here go all the way up with no problem. And okay, you saw one of them fell down right there. If they're not like halfway between the blocks there, they will fall back down, but eventually they do all make it all the way up before they grow up into adult cows, and it works just fine. So I've built one of these over in the Sanctum, which we will go look at now, and I've pretty much wrapped up the cow farm here. I still need to run a little bit of redstone, and obviously the place is a complete mess right now. I will soon come back and finish putting in the floor and decorating and everything. But as far as the farm mechanics work at the moment, it is a completely functioning farm, which is great. I feel like half of the series up to this point has been working in this room, getting the wheat farm set and getting the cow farm set. So there aren't going to be any more videos of working on the farms, because I feel like I've kind of run that to the ground. I imagine you guys are getting pretty tired of that, and I'm getting a little bit tired of recording the same thing every day. So in the near future, I'll probably get this thing finished up off camera and show it to you guys again. But here is all of the redstone things that I was showing a few episodes back in the testing world yet again, where all these pistons open up the little caps on top of the cows' heads. So when I flip a switch, I don't have it wired up yet, so I can't show you. When I flip a switch, all of that will open up, and then the water streams will turn on down here, so the cows will start bouncing around. We got 80 cows in here, so when we feed them, we'll make lots and lots of babies. And then we flip the switch again, the water turns off. There's pistons back here that pop the baby cows out into this water stream, where they go over here, and then under this block and up that fancy little elevator that I was showing you just a moment ago, and they're all collected in a little area right at the ground level on top of those slabs right there. So yeah, I will come back and fancy that up and show you what I do for that in the near future. But for the moment, we are going to be stepping away from here and I'd say it's probably about time So I really want to do some more stuff as far as getting the base looking more like a lived-in area. Right now it just feels like a huge hole. It's relatively uninhabited. Obviously I'm still gonna be working on the walls for a long time and all of that, but I think today, let's actually start heading up. I think today I am gonna be coming up with some sort of floor design. Oh, just saw a spider fall way over there. I'm not sure where, oh. I say I'm not sure where he came from, but there's a huge, dark, gaping hole over there. Yeah, so don't mind me. But, yeah, floor design is a thing that needs to happen. I'm not sure if I mentioned it previously, but I'd like to have, like, parks and garden sort of areas going on down here. And I don't know. I got a few different ideas that I'm kind of playing around with, like having some huge like teardrop shapes that'll be like grass with trees and stuff growing, and then bringing in some of the other colors like the white and the red and the gray that I've been using, and having like some like filler design between those shapes, as well as having like some quartz paths going all over. So yeah, I am gonna grab some materials and I'm gonna hop down there and start working, and I'll bring you back in just a moment whenever I come up with something. Well, I do apologize, folks. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, telling you that I have a working farm and then just walking away without testing it and showing you guys the thing in action. So here we are, just finishing up feeding some of these cows here, getting all those nice little heart animations, and we should be able to see down here. Oh, we have escapees. Obviously we'll need to build those walls up higher, but it looks like all of those babies have already gone down into the bottom there. So let's head back over here, flip off the water. All those guys go back down into their holes. And you can see there's already several babies built up there. Let's see if there's any more coming up. Yeah, there's still a couple stragglers coming in. Oh, and I trapped myself. There we go. Yeah, so it works. That's the cow farm. You feed the cows and the baby cows end up over there. And there's gonna be some sort of other things, maybe? I'll update you when I get some more done on that. But for now, we are gonna go work on the floors. So BRBs. Okay, so there is sort of the teardrop shape sort of thing I was going for. I don't know. I was picturing something a little bit bigger, but I want to save room to have like a border around it, as well as fairly wide paths going on either side. So let's hop down there and look at this thing real quick. Oh, also, I'm fairly unsatisfied with this here. You can see there's a little bit of discoloration in the grass. It's because there's a biome change right through here, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. If anyone knows of like some texture pack or some sort of fix for that sort of a thing, I would love to know about that. But anyway, I'm off topic here. This shape was actually fairly difficult to create, especially like being down here on the ground, because like when I'm down here I can't tell what it really looks like, so I had to build a little and go back up there and then come back down here, and eventually what I ended up going with was like pretty much a circle with a point coming off the end. I think I'm actually going to finish that out there. And I don't have any stone. I was gonna swap this dirt to stone on the ground because that is all turning green and it makes it harder to see. But I think that is roughly the shape I'm gonna go with. It's hard to like tell though because the area is still so empty, so like one little piece doesn't really give a great picture of what it's gonna end up looking like. Also over here, if like that was a fairly impressive jump actually. So I don't know if you remember, but this is the bottom of the quick drop from the top, and when I was building that I was saying that I want to have this drop down into a room underneath, and I was just kind of deciding, and now I'm in the water. That's okay though. I was just kind of deciding that I'm gonna have exits from that room come out diagonally, and then have like diagonal staircases going up to this level from that bottom point. So I definitely need to leave a little room around the teardrop shapes for that to have a good like feeling intersection. I don't know, that's not the right word I'm looking for, but I want it. I'm in the water again. I just want it to feel like there's enough room that like it feels well thought out, like it's meant to be the way to come up right there, rather than feeling just kind of like squished in there and looking like it was an afterthought. So I really feel like that's about as far as I can come out, because I am gonna have a border around here. So really I only have like 3 blocks diagonally. Shut up, zombie, I'm trying to talk here. I really only have like 3 or 4 blocks diagonally to work with to have a good pathway ring around here. So I guess I'm gonna keep working on this a little bit and bring you back in just a moment again. So I've done a little bit of work on the floor out there, and we're gonna go look at that in just a moment, but first let's harvest up this first load of cows from the machine. Oh man, exciting moment right here. I wasn't expecting to be so excited, but then I started hitting the cows and I'm excited. Oh, 48 steaks, 29 leathers, and I don't think that was really even a full load. I just kind of clicked wheat around randomly when I was feeding them earlier, but I'm quite happy that that is a thing now, and steak is finally going to be my main food source. It is about time for that. I have 11.9 days played in this world, and steak has not been my main source of food until now. So this is actually a pretty substantial moment in the journey of this world. So I'm just going through the tower here real quick to get a view from above of what I've gotten done so far, because I haven't seen that yet. And the things do feel a little bit small. I guess there is the option of expanding them out like 1 block in every direction. You can see I started laying out a path down there with the quartz. I would have gone ahead and gone all the way around, but that's actually all I had. So all of the paths, I do believe, will end up being quartz. So we'll have this inner circle here, maybe an outer circle as well, and then the path going out to the farm there, and then the bridges and everything at the bottom of the tower, and any other rooms I have going off to the side. It's all going to be those quartz paths. So I'm going to need to do a lot of collecting of those. Please hold for my favorite quick drop. Yes, I do love that thing. So anyway, I'm pretty much out of quartz. I'm pretty much out of sea lanterns. So I think a thing that I'm going to be doing very soon is a pretty large resource gathering sort of episode. I'm gonna go start clearing out my inventory while I'm talking to you because that thing's a mess. So coming up for the future, definitely need to do the resource gathering. I also kind of want to finish up some of the unfinished projects around here that have just been kind of sitting for all this time, like the storage area here. Like this first part is looking fantastic, but there's a bed under the stairs, and then I don't have any other redstone in up here, and the entrance to the base is just a giant hole right now. So I want to work on that stuff soon and get a lot more done on the tower as well. So I need to do that. I need to do the resource gathering. I'm not sure if those are going to be like the next 2 episodes I do. We'll just have to see how I'm feeling whenever I get on next. And also, I've been kind of considering the idea of streaming on Twitch. I've already got a Twitch account set up, and the recording software I use has the broadcast function, and I've got... what am I... oh, buckets. I've got a second monitor now, so I can keep an eye on chat while still playing full screen on the other one. So it's definitely something I'm considering doing. If there's anyone that would be interested in wheat, probably no, wheat doesn't even go over here. Wheat goes over at the cow farm. If anyone would be interested in seeing that, please let me know down in the comments. Cyan dye. I didn't know I had cyan dye. I realize I'm having a little bit of difficulty staying focused on talking to you and organizing at the same time. But yeah, streaming. If you want to see me stream, let me know. That may be happening soon, and I can do that sort of thing to do resource gathering, because I imagine resource gathering would make for a pretty boring, just standard episode. But if I'm streaming, then you guys can come hang out and we can sort of chat the whole time, and it'll be a little more interesting, more fun for me, more fun for you than an episode would be. So yeah, if you want to see that, let me know. Like I've said 4 or 5 times already, because I'm just kind of running around now without much of anything to say. So I guess I'll see what it looks like to have the additional 1 block border around the teardrop things, because I do want those to be like sort of the one of the main things that your eye gets drawn to down in the bottom here. So I'll probably get those expanded to show you guys next time, and then I'll be working on the cow farm to show you that in a couple episodes. But I guess that's about everything I have to say. So thanks for coming and checking it out, guys. I did have quite a bit of fun today. I was actually getting kind of bored with the series, and I think that's just because I was getting on and just working on the same farm over and over again for so many episodes in a row that I wasn't really getting to experience all that the world has to offer. And look at this, I'm not even standing on the block. that's so silly. But yeah, so it was good to actually get on and do something different than work in the farms today, and I'm excited to be doing more other stuff here in the near future. So thanks for watching, guys. Come check out other things, hit that like button, or the subscribe, or don't hit anything, or maybe hit something if you actually do feel like it, and peace out. Oh man, that outro was so rambly.